CthulhuMythos ready. Bitch, I'm ready. Bitch, I'm ready. Like some microwave spaghetti. No machete. Hatchet swinging. Turn me fuckboy to confetti. Swinging it steadily. Coming in heavily. Ouija the Mac. Put the Mac in the...
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? How are we doing tonight? Wherever you are in this great big world, hope you're doing all right. Today is March 25th, 2019. And it is a beautiful, sunny Monday afternoon. Today, we have another Let's Talk episode. This episode will be following up our last episode, which was Lessons We Can Learn from H.P. Lovecraft's The Other Gods. Today we will be covering Clark Ashton Smith's The Return of the Sorcerer. Probably my favorite non-Lovecraft CthulhuMythos story. The Return of the Sorcerer is a horror short story by American writer Clark Ashton Smith, first published in Strange Tales of Mystery and Terror in September 1931. The story ties into H.P. Lovecraft's CthulhuMythos due to its references to Lovecraft's invented book of occult lore, the Necronomicon. It tells of one Mr. Ogden being hired by scholarly recluse John Carnby to translate passages from the Necronomicon. If this sounds familiar to you, it is because it has been adapted into an episode of Rod Serling's Night Gallery, starring Vincent Price and Bill Bixby. And then it was adapted into a radio episode starring Tucker Smallwood and Ron Petita for the classic radio series Suspense, which you can find here on YouTube. Link is in the description. And all you gotta do is just sit there and listen. So, for a brief synopsis, or summary, whichever. Return of the Sorcerer finds Mr. Ogden being hired by John Carnby to help him translate passages from the Necronomicon that him and his brother acquired in their scholarly / occultic lifestyle. The Carnbys collected occult things, did magic, black masses, except for John's brother was a little bit better than him. This made John very mad and very jealous that his brother was much more proficient in the occult and in magic than he was. So he murdered them. Murdered him. But John's brother placed upon a curse on John, which haunts John throughout the episode, the story. So he hires Mr. Ogden to move in and help him translate passages from the Olos Vermius Latin edition of the Necronomicon. Which had some things not omitted from the copy he had. Actually, I might have that reversed. I don't know. As much as I've heard the story, I would think I would know. But it doesn't matter. One copy had some stuff omitted, and one was the complete version. Sorry about that. So they translate a few pages to help dispel the curse. Now, during this whole time that Mr. Ogden's there, he's starting to see things and experience things. Till finally, everything concludes to where John Carnby is caught trying to dispel his brother's curse. Seeing the paranormal events happen, Mr. Ogden decides to leave. Leaving John Carnby even more scared. And what happens? Well, you're just going to have to click that link. And find out. So what can we learn from Return of the Sorcerer? Well, if you take out the occult, what do you have? You have the classic Cain versus Abel story. You have Abel, John's brother, who is more popular and who was more favorited. Who's more successful than John or Cain. The story is about jealousy. And jealousy is a green-eyed monster for a reason. Jealousy can hurt you. It can damage you and set you back. Instead of perfecting your craft, you're too busy trying to feel like you're trying to compete. And you just lose sight. You sit there and fester in your jealousy, your anger. And what do you accomplish? Nothing. It gets so bad to where you commit murder? Well, I'd hope not. Maybe unfriending somebody. Or, in the case of some people, cursing somebody. To hurt them. To make yourself feel better. Because at the end of the story, the lesson here is to perfect yourself. Don't look at others with jealousy. Look at them as inspiration. Look at them as a guiding light. I do it. I do it with my brothers at the Black Tower. I feel so behind. Some are naturals. Some are more further along than I am. 20 some odd years for some of them. Even longer for others. But you know what? Not once do I look at them with jealousy. I look at them as inspiration and motivation. Because being jealous, that's going to leave you busted and disgusted. So don't look with jealous green eyes. Look with eyes of learning. Look with eyes of inspiration. There's no need to make things a competition. And I'm sad to say that there's a lot of people in the magical community, the witch community, that have to turn every single thing into a fucking competition. There's no need for competition. We're all equals. And we should be helping each other. We should be helping each other grow. And learn. Otherwise, well, jealousy is a green-eyed monster. And look what happened to Abel when Cain was consumed with jealousy. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to read the description. If you have any free time, give that link a click. It's 30 minutes. All you got to do is just listen. Trust me, it is a good story. And if you want to follow me on social media, my links are in the description. And on that note, be sure to click that little bell icon to stay informed. Be sure to subscribe. And like the diamonds in my watch, I'm shining, baby. I will see you all next video.